Prizm Hobby.
Ish. Ish. Send 11-ish.
Mendez wants the Cavs.
Ish. Send 11. And Iman, you didn't Iman, you sent 28. He bought the Knicks in the Thunder full price. You sent 28. Iman, send 28 for the Cavs. Okay? Okay, let's while you break this, let's talk here. Let's talk lines. We haven't done this in like 2 years.
I already said what I like.
Yeah, but you didn't see how they moved.
That's not
Buffalo's
that's not
minus
accurate.
3.5.
That's not accurate though.
I think it normally it's very close. It's like right there. Guess who I love? I don't love, I like.
The Raiders?
I like. No. I like the Steelers. I do. I think it was an aberration what happened last week. It was the effect of the first game in the Legion Stadium and the crowd and da-da-da-da. Go to Baltimore. See what happens. Bet you Baltimore wipes the floor with them. Seriously.
I agree.
Or a neutral field. Even a neutral field.
I agree.
I think it was all the hype that was going on with the stadium.
But that's such a ridiculous line. It should be 3.5. If they
Steelers?
If they didn't beat the Bills,
It's because they beat the Bills. That's
ridiculous.
why it's
But
6.
the Bills aren't good. That's what it's.
I think they had a hiccup last week.
Based on value, I think you have to take the Raiders. But
I wouldn't. I'd take Steelers. I just like Steelers.
How is it -6 though?
It's a big. Tells you something. Why is it -6? Why? Why is it so high? Since the Raiders just won.
Right.
You see what I mean?
You're probably right.
It doesn't even make sense. Like, why would it be 6? It makes no
so
sense.
High.
They beat the Ravens last week, the Raiders, and they're 6 because they're on the road. Like,
I don't know. I like
you're right. It should be 3.5 or 4.
6 is ridiculous.
It should be 4 at worst. It doesn't make sense.
Eagles isn't 4 anymore though.
No, Eagles is 3, man. Eagles are +3.
We full?
Yeah.
How is that +6? That's the line that makes no sense to me. If any of these lines, 6.
It's weird.
You're telling me that Steelers, Raiders on paper looks the same as Broncos, Jags? No.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here we go.
Yeah, but the difference is they're in Jacksonville. This game they're in Pittsburgh.
I don't know. That's a crazy one.
Broncos are on the road there.
Vassell, Ruby Wave for the Spurs. Yeah, it dropped to 3.
Yeah, you're right. I gotta be honest. I think you know what? I'd bet Denver.
Zion.
I like that. Do you like Jacksonville?
Yeah.
Okay, then I like Denver. I do like Denver. It
Red.
just
Why? Levert.
Denver went into New York
We have a good one.
and beat him very handily.
Quickly autograph rookie
True.
signatures for the Knicks. There's Mendez.
Nice card. I don't know. I think the fact that they handled the Giants so easily in New York
I don't think
on
they
week
handled
1.
them so easily.
What was the score?
What are you talking about? It was like a close game.
Wasn't it like 27-14?
Yeah, but it was close.
That's a 13-point win in another person's stadium on week 1. Saquon played. They
I
had
was
a
watching the game. It was close. Like it wasn't.
Really?
They weren't handling them.
Hold on,
It
let's
was
see.
an even game, pretty much.
Here, we can just see.
Cole Anthony.
Yeah,
Hyper.
27-13. They won by 14.
Yeah, but
Here, let's look at the score. How the score
That's
went.
the biggest lead they had the whole game.
No, it was 17-7 at the end of the 3rd quarter.
Yeah,
Chad.
27-13 is.
Look, they were winning the whole game. They were pretty much winning. Halftime is 10-7, but then it's 17-7 after the 3rd, Like,
Yeah, it was like a even close. It was
and let me see who scored at the end.
It was
Oh
close.
no, it wasn't.
I watched
Chad,
the game.
look at the score.
It was a close game.
It was 27 going into the fourth.
I don't care.
In
what
the middle
you
of the
say,
fourth
I
quarter, it's
watched it.
27.
I watched
27-7 is a close game.
In the middle of the third, it was a one-score game. That's pretty close.
In the middle of the third, Chad, it was 17-7.
When did they score the touchdown?
With 7 minutes left in the fourth
Yeah, so
quarter. In the third
middle
quarter.
Of the third, it was a close game.
Not-
Zion Silver throwback.
I'm sorry. When there's 5 minutes left in the game, you're up 27-7. That's not close. That's not close. You're dead. And you were up 20-7 before that. Look, you were up 20-7 in the beginning of the fourth.
I watched the game. It was a
It
close
doesn't matter.
game.
There's nothing.
You didn't watch the game.
There's nothing.
You're going based off
score.
stats.
Score.
That does. I watched the game.
How can it be close when it's 20-7? How can it be close? You're down by 13
You
points.
think the Niners Detroit game was close?
Yeah. You want to go? You want to go through? You want to go through that scoreline? You want to go through that
You think
scoreline?
that game was closer?
Do you want to go through that scoreline?
It was a 9-point game at the end.
It'll show you how they got to 9, and you'll see it's not close. This game wasn't close. It wasn't. It wasn't close.
McCollum Silver.
Yeah, Melvin Gordon only went 11 carries for
LeBron
101 yards and a
fireworks.
touchdown. Stop. Game wasn't close. The score shows it. It's not close.
Saban Lee blew for the Pistons to 199.
Here, let's look at the 49ers game. Here, when you look through score, you see that the score, Chad, is 31-10 at half. Okay? That's not close. And then after 31-10 at half, it's 41-17 after the third quarter. That's not close. Look at the score.
Yeah, but
the
then
score
it's
tells you it's
8-point
not
game.
close. It doesn't matter. It's 16-3 in the fourth. It shows the game wasn't close.
The
Stats
shot
can
game
show
was
you.
Close.
It's not. Guys, come on. Come on. Come on. Where are you in the chat? Don't be afraid to give it back to C. Blez.
Clueless.
I'm so clueless.
Orange Wave.
Game's
LeBron
not
Hyper
Ooh.
for the Lakers and stood.
Wasn't close.
Yeah, in the second half, exactly. It was a close game until late in the.
Oh, you're right. So the second half doesn't matter.
Orange
Football game, it doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
that's later in the game. That means the game was close.
Later in the game, that's halfway.
I mean, the game was close. When you go up 10, it doesn't.
Oh
the team could score on the next possession. Then it's a 3-point game. 10 points is not a lot. They were never down more than what they were until they scored the last touchdown. That was the max. The max they were down.
No,
was
you're
14.
right. You're right. They were down by 3 until 7 minutes left in the third, halfway through the third.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
it was a close game.
Yeah.
If the Giants scored one touchdown in the drive after Denver scored, it's a 3-point game.
If
What do
they
you
scored
mean?
13, they scored 7 points through 3 quarters. Okay, so you're not. So don't
Yeah,
act
they
like they were a
played
scoring
shitty
machine.
offensively.
Yeah, don't act like they were a scoring machine.
Yeah, but
like
Detroit had Denver had 16 points in the third.
And guess what the problem is? Your boy Saquon.
Caleb Martin, Ruby Wave.
That's the problem.
How is it not close?
When your leading rusher is Daniel Jones for 6 carries and 27 yards, you have
LeBron
a problem.
widescreen.
You have a problem.
If a team's down 10 though, and you got a touchdown, you're only down 3. That's close to me. 10 points is close. It's just me. I think 14 is not close. I think 17 is not close. 3 possessions is not close.
No, I'm sorry. 17 is you're getting blown out.
No, because you can't. When it's more than 2 possessions, then it's not close.
No, you're getting blown out. I didn't say they were getting blown out. I was just saying it wasn't close.
Danny Green, a 175 for the Lakers. And we got a nice autograph, John Collins for Atlanta. Sensational signature. Middleton base flying.
Is Bridge going to have another good game? That's the
He
question.
didn't have a good game.
Huh? For Teddy Bridgewater? 28 of 36, 264 yards and 2 touchdowns isn't a good game for Teddy. Do you know how high that completion percentage is? 28 of 36?
He didn't have a superstar game. He played good. He didn't play amazing.
for Teddy Bridgewater. He had do you know how bad his season was last year in Carolina?
They had 10 points midway through the third. There were gaping holes against the Giants. Their defense played bad. Bane.
He was 28 of 36 passing.
Oh, the numbers are good, obviously. Red.
28 of 36.
Biombo to 299 for the Hornets.
Did I say something different other than 28 of 36?
Those are obviously good numbers, but that didn't.
No, it's just good. It's good. It's good completion percentage.
Zion
means
Fireworks.
He was pretty accurate.
Killian Hayes.
Which he wasn't last season.
Oturu Silver for the Clippers.
Oh yeah, that's a problem too, Andrew. See, Andrew would know. Andrew's a huge Giant.
Zion Fireworks Hyper.
I think Andrew may like the Giants as much as Dole Whip.
Luka Throwback.
I had to get one more Dole Whip in there.
That's the box. Not great.
Oh, you got a nice LeBron Hyper. I don't know.
I don't know if I'm down.
You know what? You're right. You're right because you're not a believer, but I believe he can get dangerous. He can Baker it. Trevor can get dangerous if he gets on a roll.
I mean, I'm betting on the Jaguars tomorrow.
Yeah,
I hope
you saw what he did in week 1.
Break.
He made a few horrible passes, literal horrible.